Okay, so the next thing that we want to talk about is availability. So, what is availability? Well, uh, putting it simply, if our systems are not available, then business doesn't happen. Networking doesn't happen. It's really that simple. So, availability has to do with making sure that the devices that we have are available in the network. That means that we have to maintain our hardware, of course. That means that we need to have a plan for failover to some degree, for high availability, to provide redundancy, things along those lines. So there's a lot really that goes along with availability. It's important to do things like upgrades, making sure that we follow a vendor's upgrade path to make sure that we are on stable software, something that doesn't have any threats associated with it. Cisco's pretty good at putting out information about current threats, letting us know, that there is a problem with a certain software version. Here is the migration path to get us to some place where we're not going to have those issues. So that's important, making sure that we follow our system upgrades as needed. Making sure that we have the amount of bandwidth that we need in a network also lends itself to availability. Making sure that we are preventing bottlenecks when we're able to. Bottlenecks, if we get too much data and we start having traffic drop, the network is no longer available, then that becomes a problem as well. So, as you can tell, there's really a lot that goes along with availability, but to put it simply, availability means that we make sure that the network is available, otherwise, we are unable to conduct business. Now, later on, when we start talking about some of the threats on a network, some of these threats to a network will target the availability of a network. So, an example of that would be a denial of service attack. A denial of service attack would be trying to prevent the network or devices on our network from providing the necessary services. So these are just some things that we want to keep in mind, but that is availability. And that really kind of covers that, well, sometimes it's called the triad there of confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So now that we've got that kind of covered, we've got a good overview of confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Let's move on to our next topic, and the next topic is SIEM technology.